way taller than you because your chair is down. You don't mind?
No, you're just taller than me because you're taller than me. I was in my 20s before I realised how short I was. I've always wanted to be tall.
Yeah.
2 reasons. I just think you know, number one,
I do, and I have beauty. I have beauty privilege, and I think that's
Obviously,
something we don't talk
do.
about. And I just everywhere. It's overwhelming. And they're like, we kind of barely get a man to look at us, and I'm like, I never thought about it. Oh my gosh!
I know.
And then someone texted me last night. They're like, do you want
All of our conversations when we'd be on the phone, we'd be like,
back and forth, back and forth?
and then our very first video, I was like,
What the fuck is Diane?
and you were like, you talk about it, and I was like, what? We talked about it.
Hey, my name is Diane, and this is Kelly, and welcome to Chattin Shite.
The podcast where we chat, we rant, and we probably overshare. You good?
Yeah, let's see. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, I actually prefer that. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I'm way taller than you because your chair is down. You don't mind?
No, you're just taller than me because you're taller than me. I'm used to being really small. Don't worry. But it's so funny. I remember I was in my 20s before I realised how short I was. And my friend is quite tall. She's like 5'8", 5'9", which is tall for a female. And we were out one night and I was like, am I not the same height as you? Like, she was like, Kelly, no.
How tall are you?
5'3".
Oh, stop.
But I just never
Realised
realised.
how small you were.
So we were standing at a bar and there was like a little gold thing along the bar and she goes, stand on that. And she goes, now you're the same height as me. And I actually couldn't believe how different everything looked.
Up there?
Yeah.
I hear you.
The world looks different. It does.
Okay. It's a privilege I don't even know I have.
Yeah, you do. Oh my God. I've always wanted to be tall.
Yeah.
2 reasons. I just think you know, number one, you can eat more. Why? Because you've more space to for the food to go.
Okay.
So you can eat more. 100% people who are tall can eat more. And
the weight is well proportionate. I think people my weight that are shorter than me look way bigger than I do.
100%.
So
yeah,
probably right there.
Yeah, you can eat more. And then also, I just think clothes look better on taller people.
I don't think so.
Oh no, they do.
They look fucking funny. My trousers always look short on my legs.
No.
Telling you. But then it's tall privilege. I don't even know I have it. So
there
I'm
you go.
going to argue with you.
So you have a privilege now. Well, you also have youth on your side.
I do, and I have beauty. I have beauty privilege, and I think that's
Obviously,
something we don't
you
talk
do.
about.
Yeah.
Especially now when I'm single, and I complain to my friends how men are just everywhere. It's overwhelming, and they're like, we kind of barely get a man to look at us, and I'm like, I never thought about it until I'm like, actually, yeah, it's that privilege that I can snap my finger and I'll have a man
but
in my
also,
DM.
Diane, you're very engaging. You are that's
true, maybe
you know too. That is also privilege. That where you are just an engaging kind of person. You're someone who goes into a room, you can you'll take up space naturally in the room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and you're able to go in and be around people, and not everybody has that.
True. I love this conversation. I wish is this the podcast? Have we started?
I think so.
Oh, fuck. All my fat rolls are out. That's grand. We'll let do. It's okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, we normally start with something different, but
yeah, no, I agree. I think that's the beauty of privilege is you don't know you have it until someone who doesn't have it points a finger at it, at what you have. Because the thing with privilege, you take it for granted because it's just who you are. it's there.
It's it's what you're born into.
That's it.
Like, it's even my mom and my dad would have always said when we were younger, they were like, one thing we would have heard a lot is there but for the grace of God. They're like, you know, you're lucky to be born into the house you're born into.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we were made aware of that. You know what I mean? We always had food on the table, the bills were paid, we went to school. Like, not everybody has that.
That's it.
But yeah, it's like you said, you don't see it until
you see someone who doesn't have it, or someone who doesn't have a point at, or you realize how that's never stopped you from getting the things you wanted to get anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas it's somebody who doesn't have it, that's a huge hindrance. Do you know, like, yeah, like a short person having to reach the top of the cabinet, it's a huge hindrance for them. Whereas for me, I'm like, yeah, it's just normal, just reach the top of the cabinet.
It's like when you go into the shop, like, and yes. Not so much little, but like in Dunn's or Tesco, like I have to find a stool sometimes, or somebody like who works there.
Whereas for me, somebody who's tall, I could argue with you. I'm like, why do you need a stool for?
Yeah,
just get it.
I can't.
Why not? Like, just fucking get it.
Yeah,
privilege.
But then, does it make the person who has the privilege, if they are not aware of it, and so many people aren't aware of their privilege, does it make them a bad person? Like,
it would only make you a bad person if you don't want to listen to the person who doesn't have the privilege telling you how that lack of privilege stops them from getting things they need to get, stops them from getting equality or equity. Yeah, that's the only time it can make you a bad person. But if you are aware of it and put things in place to make sure the person who doesn't have privilege gets the same equity as you do, then yeah, I suppose it can only make you a bad person if you are aware of it and doing nothing about that privilege. Yeah, that's the only one makes you a bad person. But if you didn't know you have the privilege, then it's like, you know, the things we don't know, we can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, and like, do you know what? It kind of makes me think of men as well in the workplace, because they always get paid more. But they, like, you kind of need men to kind of be open about how much they're getting paid. You know, like, there's loads of ways you can look at it. Yeah, but it's absolutely. Things like that. I even remember watching an interview with Jessica Chastain, I want to say, and she was doing that movie The Help with, oh my god, I can see her face,
Viola Davis. No. The Help. No. Oh, the big black lady. Yeah, she's like a mommy of everybody.
Yeah, I love her. Yes. And she's in what's her name?
Yes, I see her. I can't remember. I don't know. I
need to be able to have my phone.
We'll find her.
So she was like, unless she's getting paid the same as me, I'm not doing the movie.
There you go.
And that is like
using your privilege.
Yeah, and also it's the fact that they spoke to each other.
Yes.
Like, if they had not spoke about, well, what are you getting paid? What are you getting paid? They wouldn't have known any better. And like, we're taught and we're told, never discuss your wages with anyone. And that's why, because they want to keep us separated. Absolutely. So it's only
divide and conquer.
But you know, like, that is by design. And yes. I know, like, you can say get your tinfoil hat on, but that is by design. That absolutely. Like, you know, you've got somebody in the workplace who's willing to do the work for half the price than the guy down there is doing it.
And if I don't know the privilege you have or the things you're getting more than I'm getting, how can I fight for it? Yeah. How can I fight for equity or equality for myself? Or also, how can you fight for equity and equality for me?
Yeah,
if I don't know where we're standing. And the same, like you said, height difference. If you didn't realize how shorter you were to your friend, she couldn't have put anything in place, like a stool for you to stand on. It's like, you fucking reached the top.
Well, it was just so funny. She was like, stand on the little bar, and I was like, oh yeah.
But it's only by knowing can we change things.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I wasn't even aware of my disability.
I love that quote. Forgive yourself for the things you did when you did not what you know now.
Yes.
I love that. And I think the same applies to privilege. Forgive yourself for how you didn't fight for someone who doesn't have the same privilege as you when you didn't know you even had privilege. Yeah. But now that you know, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. And do better. I think though as well, there's so much going on in the world. You sort of nearly need to pick something and nearly go with that. Does that make sense? Like, because you cannot do everything.
You can't fight for everything.
No. So you kind of have to, and it's more about as well. And I think, you know, because you feel so helpless in the world today. like, I think it's more about as well, what can you do in your local community? And when you see something happening, what are you going to do about it? So, like, are we going to have, like, and that can be just having an uncomfortable conversation.
That's it.
Which I've definitely had a few with people recently with everything that's been going on. And you can see people, the cogs are turning, you're planting seeds.
Yes.
That's the bits that make a difference.
And I think people can get depleted, like it's too big a cause, I'm trusting nobody. But what can you do with what you have to make a difference? Is it social media? Is it speaking to your neighbor? Is it challenging the injustice on your dinner table? Is it speaking up when someone is saying something really ridiculous? What can you do with the privilege you have, or the voice you have, or the resources you have in that moment in time? Because it has a ripple effect. If I do something and you do something and he does something, eventually, you know, something big will happen.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it was even, you made the point in the last podcast, and actually I've thought about it so much because I think we didn't talk about it enough, but you were like, if you see somebody coming in new and who's maybe a little bit different to you, like, think about how hard that must be for them coming into that situation. And it's probably something I've never really thought about. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like you make the first move there because you have all the privilege in that, you know what I mean? You're one of the people who's there, or, you know, like, you're there, you know, so it's up to you, like, put the hand out, bring somebody in. It doesn't mean you're going to be best friends with them, but, like, you've extended warmth and you've extended, you know.
You are the person with the privilege, the person with the resources and the strength. You're not a newbie, you're not a different person. So the person with all the resources, it makes sense for them to make the first step. You'd have known that since the last podcast, just so you know how much people are listening, which is cringy. I've had 2 offers. One, someone told me to join the Tidy Town.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
I know. And then someone texted me last night. They're like, do you want to join our local music / drama group? I know.
And Diane, you will be so good on stage. I am telling
Kelly,
you, you are made. Trust me, you are made for the stage. I know this. I'm like, oh my god. There you go. So people are listening.
People are listening. I didn't even know. They didn't tell me they're listening, but the fact that they offered randomly,
yeah.
You heard something, so I'm very thankful. Thank you. So but yeah, that shows, like, even them coming to me and offering, I actually felt like, even if I'm not able to do it, it felt nice to be asked, because I never would have went looking for that. I don't even know where to start looking for that, you know.
And that's the thing as well, like, so maybe, like, you know, you couldn't get involved in the drama for a commitment, but you'll go to the shows now and you'll go and you'll be like, thank you so much, and, you know, and that, even that for the drama group is huge, you know, that they've got that support. And then you'll be
if I know someone who might want to get involved, now I have the information to send them that way. And
also, like, it mightn't happen now, but maybe in 2 years' time,
when I'm freer,
it will.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's amazing.
I know. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god,
I'd love to see you on stage.
I have no imagination. I don't think I have.
You don't have to have an imagination
to be an actor.
The director is going to be the imagination. I think the biggest thing you need when you're acting is empathy, because what you have to do, the director has all the imagination. They see the bigger picture, right? You just have to basically get inside your character's shoes, and you have to always, I think, find, and it's a really good, because I think there's light and dark in all of us. Like, we're
absolutely,
there's good and bad in all of us, right? And you have to kind of find that part in your character, even if you're like, it's not a great character. Like, I'm actually going to be in this play, and she's not, you know, she's spicy, you know, she's spicy, she knows what she wants, and she is willing to push people aside and be kind of mean to people in order to get where she wants to be. But also, you have to find the good part in her. Like, I have to fight for her. Like, I have to make sure, you know, so it's empathy, humanity.
Sorry, like, I'm fixing my clothes in this podcast, but that's reality of life. When you're sitting down, sometimes you have to pull down the top and fix the roll.
That's why I'm like with my...
Sorry,
That's okay.
But yeah, no, I hear you have to get into the good part and the bad part to put yourself into that shoe. Yeah, it's true.
But I think it's a really good thing, like, and we're so lacking in it, in humanity. Like we don't see people in that way. But like when you do drama like this, you're making your character human, even if they're not the nicest. You make them human. You have to pull it right back. So I think you'd be great at it. It's empathy. It's like you've buckets of that.
No, I'll definitely try it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
I will definitely try it.
Oh my god, we'd have to get on stage at some stage together. Isn't that so nice though?
It was so nice, and to be honest, I just felt seen. Yeah, as you said, it takes somebody with the privilege and the resources and the confidence, someone who's at home, to pull you in to make you feel at home. Whereas when you're coming into a space where you're a stranger, it's really difficult to feel at home, you know? So you need somebody who's already at home to give you that welcome. And I would love anybody listening to do that. Just that one thing, whatever it is, you know, the new person in your neighborhood. Teach your children, you know, when they get back to school, the new student in the class, whoever looks new or different or not like everybody else, be the person to pull them in, because it means a lot to that person.
Make an effort. I think that's really brilliant. And I think as well though, we are becoming more and more aware of diversity in spaces, and I don't just mean black people, like black and brown people, but also people with disabilities, people, class, like exactly. And that's only going to get bigger with AI now, like, you know, and you know, like middle class is probably going to disappear. And you know, things like that, like money, you know, just even you know, people with autism, or like we're becoming way more aware. And I think when you don't have a diverse workspace, or you don't have a diverse like community thing, you're aware of it now. Where like 5 years ago, nothing. You wouldn't have been so aware of it. You know,
that's why I love the term of diversity/inclusion.
Yeah,
it's good to know there is a diverse group around you. Yeah, what are you going to do to kind of further that inclusion part of it?
Yeah,
I feel like diversity and inclusion should go hand in hand, because it's good to know there is diverse group around me, but how am I going to use the privilege, the resources, the power that I have to kind of include them, to make them feel welcome? And everybody has some sort of power and privilege. Everybody does. You know, I often tell people, like especially black people always ask me, how do you get on stages? How do you get to where you get? It's because I have privilege. I have many privileges that some people don't have. I speak English. I'm able-bodied. I'm really, for the most part, I'm not scared to be cringy, which is scary. And I'm not scared to ask for help, for the most part, you know? And so I have privilege that some people don't have. And so it's about, how do I use those privileges to attract other people? I have a friend, Ola, she probably listen to this. I love her because she doesn't stop screaming I don't know if it's my praises, but she tell anybody who listen how I drag her. I interviewed her once for something and she did terribly in that interview. And I went back to my team and I'm like, I don't care what we have to do. You have to call that girl back, because I know her. She's amazing. She is more than what you saw on the interview. And and then she got the gig, whatever that gig was. But before she got that gig, I called her back and I'm like, if you ever dare walk into any room with that stupid face on you, I swear to God, I'm like, I don't even really know you that way, but I know the things you do. I've seen your achievements online. How dare you come into an interview and
not sell yourself?
No, sell yourself. How dare you?
I know.
I nearly killed her.
I find that so hard though. I find it so hard. That's an age difference here as well, because I'm 47. I did not grow up with a phone in my hand, or like a camera, or like, we got our first phones, I was probably 19, and it was like a brick phone, like it was the Nokia. Do you know what I mean? And so like we didn't like I didn't grow up, it's not natural for me to stand in fact it's so unnatural. And then for part of me, like when I do it and I post it, I'm like, oh whatever, I just forget about it. But it doesn't come naturally to me. Like there's a big generation gap in that, genuinely, like, you know, where you're way more natural. I can see it in front of the camera.
Kelly,
you know,
I am so unnatural.
No, sorry. You do the, like, even I saw your video with that gorgeous yellow dress you had on, and I was like, look at her. And I was like, she's doing all the poses, and I was like, I could never do that. Like, I'd be like the absolute stadium. Like, I couldn't do the way you do. Like, you're so graceful and everything.
I am doing shit like that.
Yeah, but like, I think it's brilliant.
So cringe. I feel so embarrassed about it. But, and we're going to talk about it, I've realized that people will judge you anyway.
Yeah,
people will talk anyway. It doesn't matter if you have children, they'll ask you, what the fuck? If you don't have children, what?
Yeah.
If you have a job, okay, calm the fuck down. If you don't have a job, what the fuck? Do you know, people always judge you anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. Let me tell you, my biggest regret in the last 5 years is not leveraging online spaces. I am so jealous, or maybe envious, of people who are making money, making a living, their bills getting paid by simply taking a phone and allowing yourself to be cringy for 2 minutes.
I agree.
I am so embarrassed by the fact that I didn't leverage that.
I'm the same, because I know that, like, I could have a much bigger business. I know I could be thriving so much more than I am. And I sort of hide behind my kids a little bit. I go, I need to be, with the kids, and and I could be work, but then
when they're grown, what are you going to hide behind?
I know.
You'll create something else. Am I going to make?
And this is what I'm going through right now. I'm like, I'm going to make another excuse if I don't just. And that's why I was like, fuck it, I'm going to start. So I posted some stuff on TikTok last night. I was
I love it.
And then I saw like one of my kids' friends or whatever was reposting it. I was like, block. Like, that's a worry. I worry, like, I don't want my kids to get any slack because I'm, do you know what I mean?
Of course we have to be cautious about it. I'd say I have 70% of I have about 800 people blocked.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I'm going to say 50% of that is because I know them. They've never done anything. Just, I know them, I get cringe block.
Stop
Swear to God. I was looking at my WhatsApp the other day. I have 230 people blocked to see my WhatsApp status. I didn't even know I had that many contacts in my phone. 230 people. Because I get so embarrassed. So to answer your question, I am so cringed about the things that I do. But also equally, I believe, or I've seen that two things can coexist. One thing is I'm very cringed about it. I'm so embarrassed about it. But equally, I am so upset and jealous and envious about people who have accepted the 2 minutes of cringe and they're living a life. This guy who was sent to Rwanda to watch this basketball game, all paid for. I swear to God, I remember him starting his online presence. Yeah. I watched him. And now he's earning money. He didn't have anything that I didn't have. It's simply a phone and a bit more accepting cringe.
It was like what I was saying. Do you remember when we posted the very first teaser ad, and you were like, just post it? I was like, and even my family, I still haven't fully talked to them about the podcast. Anytime they mention it, I'm like, lads, I'm mortified, just stop.
Me too.
I just won't talk about it. And to be fair, my brother, like, he's gone looking for it, he's listened to it, and I'm like, sweet. I'm mortified, I'm not ready. We'll talk about it another time. Like, do not talk to me about it. And I've noticed a few of my friends have sent in little messages to our joint thing, and I did have people looking for it this week, and I'm just still very cringe, but I also feel like in my bones that we have to do this.
Me too. And to answer your question, I feel the exact same way. So what I'm doing is I am allowing myself peace to live within that space of being cringy, but also realizing what I'm losing on and existing in the middle of that. So what I've done is every time we have the podcast out, I'm sending it to at least 20 people in my contacts, hoping that nobody gets back to me. If you get back to me, I'm gonna apologize in advance. For the people who got back to me giving me feedback, I'm like, I delete it straight away. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I sent it by accident. It wasn't by fucking accident. I'm just embarrassed. But equally, I really want this to do well, that I'm sending it to people in the moment. But when reality kicks in, I'm so cringed about it. I'm so embarrassed about it. And I'm lying. So I sent it by accident. It wasn't by fucking accident.
And what about your kids? How do they feel about it? I'm sure the smaller ones don't mind, because they're still completely in love with you. But the older ones,
I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it to anybody. See, I don't talk about my online presence with anyone, because as I said last time, I had a few people make fun of it. So that's a boundary, that I don't talk about my online presence with anyone in close proximity to me, because my default is they're gonna think it's cringy, which it is cringy. It is cringy, absolutely. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but it won't be cringy when it's paying our bills. Do you know what I mean?
That's how I'm coming.
It won't be cringy when I'm like, yeah, I'd love to go to your spa for the day. I'm actually, you know what I mean?
I'm there to spare.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I welcome it.
And it's possible, because people are making a living out of it, Kelly. And so why not? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not us?
Why not us? Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I have to say, I did sort of say to the kids, and I was like, look, you have a different surname to me. I didn't take my husband's name. So I'm like, you can disown me. And I was like, and I'll be okay with it. Because I get that, like, they're teenagers. They're in a difficult phase. And it is something that sort of held me back a little bit on social media as well. But I was like, but you know what? Like, I have to go for this as well. One of my kids, he was just like, Mom, just go make money. I'm like, that's the plan, son. That's the plan.
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, it is. It's
and as I said, I realized that I have two people in mind who really made me feel so bad about my online presence. And recently I realized they're also posting little things here and there online. I'm like, so you made fun of me because I was doing something you couldn't do back then.
Yeah.
Now you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you would have if you had the ways of doing it back then. Again, projection. I'm realizing most people who shame you for doing the things you're doing, really genuinely, they're either projecting their fears, and it's that thing of, how dare you do the things I'm scared to do.
That is it in a nutshell. Because I do know, like, I know there is people, and I know exactly who they'll be. They'll be like, who? You're what? Yeah.
Scarlet.
I also know that deep down they would never be brave enough to do this. And do you know what I mean? And we did we talked about this when we were starting it up. This is brave to do this. Absolutely. To platform yourself, to have these, conversations. Particularly a black and a white woman. Like there's, we have opened ourselves up. We could get a lot of
100%
negative. You know what I mean? And I just but then. On the flip side, I had so many messages saying, "Oh, like this was made for you. You're like, that's so inspiring to me that you did." You know what I mean? I'm sure you've had so many messages as well. So many.
In fact, I had someone called me this week, and they're like, "When are you filming your next podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, we will in the next few days." And he's like, "There's something I want you to talk about on your podcast." And I was like, isn't that so nice?
Yeah.
That's the first request we've had, but I was like...
And what does he want us to talk about?
He wants us to talk about his son, and we can talk about it, But it was so nice that someone thought, we have a platform that we can talk about something that he wants to shed a light on.
Yeah.
But again, for me, that's what I wanted. People to see themselves in us, and the fact that he trusts our podcast enough to think it's going to reach more people.
And also that even already, and we're only this is only our third. That he has sort of thought, oh, there's somebody who could speak on this. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm happy to. Nice. No, it is.
We will, definitely.
Yeah, that's actually, because I think for me, I was worried about that as well, that I just wanted this to come across like that there was a genuine respect and friendship and warmth and safe, you know what I mean, and all that.
And the other message I got from a friend who said, like, we seem like we respect each other so well when we're speaking, that she's really comfortable listening to us. I was like, that is so nice. That's a really nice comment.
That to me is everything. So because that was my biggest thing, wasn't it? That I was just afraid, because with the old ADHD, I talk a lot. I interrupt because my brain works really fast. Like, it's a real thing with my husband. It's like, he's like, I wasn't finished. And I said, but I knew what you were going to say. Do you know? Like, I do, and I know everyone's like typical, but it's so true. Like, I can finish people's, I know they're, you know what I mean? So I tend to interrupt. I have to really be careful of it. And so I really wanted that to not be a thing where people would think, like, the white woman is
taking over, interrupting. And this duo doesn't help, because as I said, I'm the person I'm an attentive listener. Like, my whole life I've trained to be an attentive listener and validating people, and so I tend not to jump in when someone is talking, so I can come across as being quiet and reserved. I am not.
No. I was like, because all of our conversations when we'd be on the phone, we'd be like back and forth. And then our very first video, I was like,
what the fuck is Diane?
And you were like, you talk about it. And I was like, what? We talked about this.
Yeah, really. And I suppose it has helped me a lot in my career, because when I'm stressed, I am calm, I am chilled, I am very diplomatic.
We had that this week, so I had the mother of all hangovers
straight into topic
at the weekend, but like, I get really anxious. Like, Stephen Bartlett is getting so much. Have you seen all the hassle he's getting? He's getting slagged, like, because what he said, I can't actually find the full clip.
Me too. I've only seen people's comments on it.
No, I went looking for it so I could listen to the full thing, but I can't find it. So I actually think it's from a while ago.
Okay.
I don't think it's a recent. And basically, he was saying he had 3 glasses of wine, and then his performance was affected for days, and people are rightly so talking about, like, this thing about, you know, life optimization. We don't always have to be running at like 100%, and it is such a big problem, and I see it in my work all the time, where people are really, like, I see people in the corporate world who are with really heavy, stressful jobs also trying to be like athletes, and it is crazy. But, you know, basically he was, you know, saying that he wasn't working to, you know, his optimal level, but I'm like, oh my god, like, that is me. Like, I had like 5 drinks on Friday night, and it took me 5 days to recover. It is not worth it anymore. And then I was quite stressed, and the intrusive thoughts, and when I came out of it, and we had a bit of stress during the week, and then when we came out of it, I was like, Diane, are we okay? And you're like, yeah, grand, because Diane was so calm. I'm like, woo! She's like, cool. So cool as a cucumber. And I was like, is everything okay? And she goes, yeah, I thought you were stressed, but like, it's fine now. I knew it was fine. I was like, oh my god. And this is why I can't drink.
I'm the opposite. I suppose, first of all, when someone is stressed, I'm very calm. It doesn't mean I don't get stressed, believe me. I get very stressed.
You're the swan.
Yes, I'm dying underneath, but at the top I'm very calm, which is not good in many ways, and we're going to talk about it another time. To the point where I had a guy who I was dating, we were seeing each other, and we once had a really big fight, and he just, in an outburst, he goes, even when we are fighting, you're so calm, you never scream at me, you never insult me. I'm like, how is that a problem? How is that a bad thing? He's like, yeah, because I'm screaming and shouting and you're just calm. I'm like, yes, it can come across as being, it's not nice. I agree, it's not nice, but it's something I've learned, that when everybody else is screaming around you, I'm just calm. Now it doesn't mean I don't yes, I can I can get into that space as well, but it means I'm always mindful of everybody else's emotions, to see, am I allowed to also have an outburst? It's a trauma response, 100%. And so when you had the hangover from hell, I could sense first of all, I knew you were out with Paul, so I knew, you know, you're gonna have a great night, maybe including alcohol. So when you were a bit stressed, I was like, okay, let me just give her space. Yeah, I'm calm. I'm chilled.
Where I needed, you know, I'm like, I needed, so my husband, we have this, I'm like, I need to talk it out.
Yeah.
And he needs time to process. So it's a thing. Like now, obviously we're 23 years together now. He needs time to move away, process silently on his own.
Yeah.
I verbally process.
Okay.
So when you're with somebody who doesn't verbally process, it's difficult.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. And I think that's just, we've just learned that about each other. So I'm like, okay, Diane needs to process on her own.
Yeah.
And normally, I think in lots of ways it's a better way. So what I then do, like, I'll go and find someone who will listen
verbally
to me.
Process,
And I went to my very good friend Gina, and we had a great, and I was like, I knew, like, I'm very impatient. Like, for all your typical ADHD things, I am all of them. I definitely think perimenopause has made everything go like way up. Where before I wouldn't have been at this level. I think my ADHD is definitely, they say it's a spectrum. I'm high on the spectrum at the moment. Okay. There's definitely been times in my life.
And you can change. Can you move 100%. The spectrum here and there?
Yeah, like, because there's times in my life where it wouldn't have been as pronounced at all. But like becoming a mother and perimenopause made it like way more pronounced. But like, normally I'm quite good, but the alcohol sends me over the edge. So like, normally in a normal situation where I haven't had, and I only had 5 drinks, so it's not like
a lot.
Like, basically I'd say I've drank a few drinks about 7 times this year.
Wow,
and most of those times I'd have 2, and that would be it. But I had 5.
Yeah, so
because,
double.
Yeah, like we were, we were having a really nice time and
celebrating.
Yeah, we were away in a nice hotel, and then the next day, oh my god! And it took me till, it was really yesterday where I fully felt myself again.
Okay,
you know. So I kind of understand with Stephen Bartlett. Not to stick up for him because well, I know there's lots of issues with him, but also I kind of feel like he's someone who tests the water a bit. Like, I think he's someone who's actually teaching us how to critically think, because he doesn't just platform in a,
like, with people who sees
an echo chamber.
Yes,
like
people who understand him, or people who have the same views with him. I love that as actually.
You know, I think he makes us feel uncomfortable, but I think that's a good thing. And he's not, I don't think, he doesn't ever say whether he agrees with, but he's platforming people who you're like, Jesus Christ. But also, isn't that a really good thing? We need to hear the good and the bad in order to learn what is good and bad.
I think we've become so polarized that we are scared to talk. I don't even know. We are scared to talk about difficult conversations because we said we had this conversation in the last podcast. I'm scared on how I'm going to be perceived. I'm going to say something wrong. Am I going to touch a nerve? So we are really surrounding ourselves with people who think the exact same way we think. And so there's no room to learn.
And also, like, there's people who they can say loads of really good things, and then they say 2 or 3 things that you don't agree with, and then we're like, oh, done. But I think we have to learn, no, like, what they're saying here I actually really agree with.
Yes.
But this, no. Like, and that's how they learn, that's how we learn.
Yes.
So I think he does get bad press, but I also think he's really teaching us how to critically think, and we need more of that.
And to be uncomfortable with difficult conversations. I mean, to be comfortable with difficult conversations. There's this girl on social media, I think her name is Africa. She speaks on things like that, how we're becoming so comfortable surrounding ourselves with people who think like we do.
Yeah, echo chambers.
Yeah, and echo chambers we're normalizing echo chambers to the point where, when are we ever gonna learn? Yeah. The brain, the elasticity of the brain only expands as we challenge it.
Yeah.
If we're not challenging our brains,
And it's definitely a thing in my, like, we all love a good argument. So I love being around people that I really don't fully agree with, because it gives you, you know what I mean? There's a bit of, like, and I love that.
Yeah.
Like, we're always debating stuff in my family. Like, there'd be loads of things with Paul, my husband, we wouldn't agree on, like, you know.
I'm the opposite. I'm very bad with disagreements, and I know that's something I need to work on. To me, the way my brain works is, if we're disagreeing on something big especially, I'm out, or we're out. I know that.
All or nothing thinking.
Yes, 100%. I know that.
I would definitely say I have it's something I would have very much done in the past.
Yeah.
It's taken a long time.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And again, I'm seeing that, you know, when you're trying to get to know new people, like in the dating scene, when I have an argument with someone and, like, I just won't call you for the next 3 days, and they're like, where have you been? I'm like, we broke up. What the fucking mean we broke up? I didn't know. I didn't know that. We had an argument, because to me, an argument means an end.
No, you see, this is why, and this is why we need to talk about, we need to finish. Oh my God.
How did you fucking get here?
Yeah, but as well, we definitely need to talk about that, and that will be in our talk about marriage, because it's and even in friendships, it is normal in friendships.
Disagree.
Like, we didn't even really have a disagreement.
We just had a little.
I was just probably a little, like, you know, and like, I take accountability for the fact that I was tense.
Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't mean the end. That just means, you know, what's that? It's that rip and repair. Like, you just, you know, it happens and then you repair it.
And I think we are coming to a space where we're not putting emphasis on repair anymore.
Yeah.
The emphasis on
throwaway.
Stop.
Everything.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, if it's not giving me comfort, if it's not something I want to hear, if it's not serving me the way I want it to serve me, fuck it, next.
Yeah.
And I'll put my hand up and say, that is something I'm learning now, because again, I come from a home where we didn't disagree. Again, actually, that's something I was discussing, how to me disagreement isn't something I'm used to. There was no disagreement in my surrounding.
Yeah.
If something was wrong, we talk about it and there's a solution. Whereas, so I'm not used to disagreement. I don't know disagreement.
I have never, because we're constantly like my family WhatsApp. I left one of the WhatsApp groups.
I don't know disagreements genuinely. When I see people disagree, to me, I think they're ending. Yeah, like when people disagree, like friends and families, I'm like, oh fuck, that's it. That's the end of it. No, it doesn't have to be the end of it. But if I know we have this thing of trauma in families. Sometimes trauma isn't something bad. It's actually something good, that when you go into the world, realize actually the world doesn't function like my home functioned. Like my home, there was never any disagreement. That's a good thing. But when I left my home back into the world, disagreements happen every day.
And you're not prepared.
I'm not prepared for that. I'm not used to that. Yeah. And so I suffer a lot.
It's so true, because we're not building kids to be resilient anymore.
No.
You know, like that's the thing. Like, they have to be uncomfortable. Like, you see it with, they don't even want their kid to cry. It's like, no. Like, and my husband, I was so soft. And he was the one, he was like, Kelly, it's okay if they're upset. Like, they're going to be upset. Like, you cannot protect them. And thank God for him, because I was such a softie. I'm way better now. Through, like, and he's much softer. We've definitely been a good balance for that. Good. But it's something that you see it all the time. Like, we're not building kids that are built to be resilient.
Survive the world,
and the world is about to get really crazy.
So what's your 2 cents to end this conversation?
Well, this was not where we thought we were, and I love it going at all. But it was, and this has actually been so natural, and this is how all our conversations, we would start off on you know, like a Zoom or a WhatsApp call, video call, and we'd be starting to talk about the podcast, and then this is how our conversations always went.
And we're like, oh, what did you want to talk about again today?
Yeah.
What was on the agenda? We don't know. We just fucking had a podcast.
And this is how we've ended up winging most of it, and then it's like, but
and to be the way how this is funny is today we came with an agenda and it's out the window.
And even Even when we prepared something, it's gone. Anyway, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
To Chattin Shite. Have you got our email address? Did you write that down?
I have our email address, and we will share it in the next.
No, share it now. Share it now. So Chattin Shite pod at gmail.com. So it's ChattinShitepod at gmail.com.
As in Chattin Shite. So there's no G on it. It's Chattin.
So we would love to hear from you.
We'd love to hear from you.
We would love to hear your feedback or any questions or topics that you would like us to talk about.
Yes, we will
Please
put our email somewhere here. But yeah, please do get in touch with us. We'd love to get questions, dilemmas. But we'll tell you more on that. But essentially, just get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from our community.
Oh my God.
Bye.